What up, everybody?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's me, Treasure,
And Derek.
and welcome to Sonder Sports Podcast. Today we're missing some bodies. They're coming back from a good weekend. Happy for them.
Rugby weekend. The boys are
Exactly.
playing for the school team out here.
Exactly. So did we, actually.
We did.
But
And now we're limp.
yeah, something like that. Now we are on the reserve list.
Yeah, the flaccid list.
Exactly. But yeah, so for today's episode, we can get into it quickly. We're going to discuss the gym.
I like that.
If you can see right in front of me, I actually have some merch laid out. Not merch, some brand pieces laid out. Derek and I are rocking the Sonder Sports sweat shorts. This is the perfect setting to be wearing these shorts, to be honest with you, when you're just chilling, when you're just hanging out, coming back from the gym, coming back from whatever, or just, day-to-day type vibes.
Yeah, or if you're even at the gym, you can wear them.
You could.
Which would be crazy.
Exactly. I guess swamp ass, so personally I wouldn't really advise it, but...
I get it no matter what I wear, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, fair enough. The meaning of Sonder in general is basically embodying the fact that everybody's living their own story, everybody has their own thing going on. Each individual, every single person has their own story to tell, their own trials, tribulations. Yeah, we can get deep into it, but that roughly is what Sonder means. And I decided to use that for the brand and share that with the world. And thank you for tuning in.
I feel like it's not even just recognizing other people. You got to recognize it in yourself too.
That's true.
Yeah, Sonder your own ways.
Exactly, for real. A part of it was because in the past I've always been in my head a lot. I do overthink things and calculate shit, but it's okay. You just have to remember that everybody else is also going through their own stuff. But yeah, the fact that it's an athletic wear brand, gym clothes, gym wear, technical wear is what we're going to be producing over at Sonder Sports. Leads me to share with you guys exactly why. Why is this guy making gym wear? Why is this guy trying to sell gym clothes or create a brand around gym clothing? That's because the gym is somewhere me and all the boys also find peace.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Or make peace, yeah.
Yeah, make peace. I mean, it's crazy how we've made it such a philosophical thing, but really, it is what it is,
Yeah, because I remember when I first started hearing about the gym, my older brother got into it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like Tubby.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of jacked.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, you're just a meathead, man. You suck. I'll never go to the gym.
You were kind of Tubby.
Hey, bro, you didn't even know me,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
You didn't even know me.
It's okay.
I'm just Tubby now.
Yeah.
That's why I wear baggy stuff.
It's okay.
But yeah, then I kind of actually got into the gym. I was like, okay, I get why he goes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, oh, wow, it's not just for meathead dickheads.
Yeah. That's fair.
Unless I turned into a meathead dickhead, but
Yeah.
I think I'm all right.
For me, it definitely balanced out the energy I had in me. I also really preferred working out to train for sport, to be honest. Derek mentioned we played rugby, and I played rugby for the past few years of my life. High-level rugby, and I took it very seriously to the point where my whole life not my whole life, my whole mood depended on it, and whether I was passing the ball well and stuff like that, depending on how I performed on the field. Wait, back to the gym. Yeah. So the gym, to be specific.
It was kind of tied in. That worked.
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah, the gym specifically was to enhance that. The gym was to make me better on the field. And yeah, made life feel good. But there's life outside the gym too. We sometimes forget that, unfortunately.
I feel like that's a good way to enter the gym because that's not how I entered the gym.
Yeah.
I did sports and everything. In high school, I was probably maybe not more athletic, but I did more athletic stuff.
Yeah.
So I was football, cross country, track and field, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But I didn't go to the gym to get better at that.
Yeah.
I did it because I wanted ladies, man. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
Build confidence type of thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the people that I kind of respected at the time, or still kind of do, they're all gym goers, either athletes or not. And I was like, okay, maybe that's my first step into building some confidence, all that kind of stuff, get with the ladies.
That's really good.
That was the start of it.
Yeah.
And it obviously grew
Yeah.
out of that,
Yeah.
mostly. Still about 10-20% for that reason.
Fair enough. Yeah, everybody wants to look good because if you look good, you feel good. But
Yeah, very true.
There's more stuff that also kind of influences how you feel and perform and whatnot. But we're matching that up now, getting some education here and there, and some experiences doing this and that. But yeah, how you been training recently?
How I've been training?
Yeah.
So recently, I actually kind of switched up in the last couple months, which is crazy for me
Yeah.
because I've always just been into the bodybuilding, like strictly bodybuilding.
I'm actually not a fan of bodybuilding. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've been growing out of it. I still love it.
Yeah.
I watch it. Would never compete, but I watch it. I like it.
Yeah.
And I like the training. The pump, the hypertrophy. You grow
Exactly.
big.
Yeah.
But then I kind of realized, I started doing some more competitive stuff with sports, doing some testing. I'm like, okay, my strength is up.
Yeah.
Some of this is stuff. My speed maybe slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Slowed down.
Slow down.
Yeah, so I'm a meathead.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I kind of started going into more strength and conditioning training.
Yeah.
I already knew how to do it, but I've also watched videos and everything like that to
Yeah.
get better at it.
Exactly.
But, yeah, so I kind of changed from bodybuilding into strength training.
Yeah.
This is the last couple months.
Yeah, that's super fair. Like me personally, working out, I always worked out again to translate that to the pitch and whatnot, to be faster, to be stronger, to run longer, run faster, harder, and just be more efficient as a human being. Because I feel like the body is kind of your vessel. You live in your body, and you take it everywhere, and it has to take you everywhere.
You want your body to be able to do what your mind wants it
Exactly,
to. Right?
Exactly.
That's a huge reason I
Yeah,
work out.
100%. Like,
If I can't do something,
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck can't I do that if I've seen someone else do it?
100%.
Like, if this guy does the highest box jump and just
Yeah.
does it like that, I'm like, why the fuck
why
can't
not?
I?
Exactly.
It
So you
pisses
want to
me off
train
a little
towards
bit.
that, yeah. In high school, we had some professional rugby players. Shout out Will Percillier. And during practices and whatnot, I do my best to keep up with him because he was one of the top dogs at the time. And shout out to the rest of the seniors of that generation. But now look who's up. Anyways, but yeah, am I?
You're okay.
Yeah.
I'm still stronger and faster, so it doesn't really matter.
Are you?
I'm stronger.
No, you're not.
I am stronger.
No, you're not.
All my compound lifts are better.
What's your squat, max?
My squat, 455.
Okay.
And that's like
4, 5.
ass to grass, too. Like, it's nice.
Okay. Anyways, but my shit translates better to the real world. That's what I'll 100%
Hey,
tell you.
I changed my training. I'm doing some power stuff.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it power lifting.
Yeah,
I'd call it strength and conditioning. So
Yeah.
it's more athletic.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Me personally, my upper body, I've kept my upper body days a little bit hypertrophy with some explosive movements, like the way I do my benches and whatnot, or a little bit explosive with like the eccentric and concentric being timed differently and accordingly to be more explosive. But then when it comes to my lower body days, I do like a heavy compound to start off, but to finish it off, I'll do mostly plyometrics, some box jumps, some step ups and whatnot, and then finish off with sprints on the treadmill. I've been doing that for the last like month right now.
Okay. So they're pretty new.
Exactly, because I've had knee problems also in the past, so I'm trying to be aware of that. And
That's why he's got a Band-Aid. Holds that shit together a little better.
No, I have a wart on my knee actually, and the Band-Aid
Yeah.
gets rid of
So
the
that's
wart.
that's not issued by a doctor or anything to hold your tendons together.
No, this Band-Aid to hold
okay,
my
okay.
tendons together.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just a kinesiographer.
No. We have a lot to offer. That's another thing, though. Getting into like going to school, going to university or college. University or college, what's the difference? People-
College is more for like trades,
Okay.
like plumbing, electrician
Okay.
type stuff.
University is for like what?
Like more degrees, business, kines, engineering.
Okay. Sciences.
Yeah.
Yeah, going into sciences, actually, I wanted to do something that was like associated with healthcare, but also fitness, because I saw like longevity in long term in life. The human body will always be there and always need help being more efficient, being stronger, faster, whatever. And like
And staying that way.
exactly, staying
As long as you
healthy,
can.
staying healthy as long as possible. So going into this kines degree, that was definitely my focus. And although I did want to make other people better as well, I was kind of selfish in the fact that I also wanted to make myself better. I learn how my body moves, learn why I feel this way, or yeah.
But you need to in this degree because I don't know. I'm kind of in the fitness industry. Kind of stepped into it about half a year ago.
Welcome.
But like, yeah, so like training and all that stuff. But a lot of trainers and stuff that I've seen, like I don't know, like they have like the book knowledge, but not like the actual experience knowledge.
Exactly.
So like you kind of like have to be selfish to start. Like not selfish, but you have to learn what works for you.
Yeah.
And what actually works for not saying that what works for you works for everyone.
Yeah.
But like typically for general stuff, it will.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to have that experience and like
100%.
grow.
Yeah.
So then you can help other people.
Yeah, because I remember when I did strength and conditioning in like middle school, they'd make us do squats and whatnot and teach us to squat a certain way. And now that where I am now, I've learned about like the difference your levers make. Levers being like how long your arms are, how long your legs are. And I have long legs. And the way I was trying to squat back then, the way I was taught to squat back then was very specific for a specific body type. Like keeping your chest up. To a certain extent, yes. But if you have longer legs, your upper body is just biomechanically going to fold over. Biomechanically, that's the only way you're going to be able to get the weight down and up again.
And biomechanics is just how your body moves, really. The physics of movement in the body.
Yeah. Trigonometry, math. I was never a fan of it. But then once we started applying it to the body and shit like this.
That's where like everyone's differs comes in when it comes to training. Like however you're built really does affect how you train.
Yeah.
More technical wise, maybe not
100%. Because anybody can put on muscle, anybody can lose weight, but everybody is different.
Yeah, some people have to prop up their heels for a squat.
Yep.
And then they might still not be able to get ass to grass, just how their body's built. Some people might just float down with their feet together. Like it's different.
Yep. A brief intermission, actually. This podcast is sponsored by Sonder Sports. Sonder Sports produces athletic wear. Sonder Sports produces premium athletic wear for men and both women. Here we do have the Sonder Sports sweat shorts being displayed. As we mentioned earlier, Derek and I are actually rocking these. These are the Sonder Sport waffle shorts, and this is a Sonder Sport pump cover tees. The waffle shorts are really nice.
Yeah, those are unique. I've never seen them.
Yeah,
I like how they feel and whatnot.
To give like a personal like anecdote or expose myself a little bit, the white, man, you're gonna have to take care of this shit. It's really nice, it's really clean, but you have to take care of it. I'm just letting you guys know in advance. But yeah, all of that will be linked down below. A store is getting set up. Everything is still pending currently. There's other stuff
Explain the logo
going on. The logos you can see here, Derek calls it a koala.
I thought it was.
It's not a koala, but whatever. It's cool. It's actually a lion cub. It's kind of interesting to me because I like lions. Roar. I see a lion cub, especially as something that really has a lot of potential
potential.
Yeah, like, the king of the jungle, blah blah blah. It's supposed to grow up to be the king of the jungle. But in that moment, a lion cub is nothing. It's prey to other animals, actually. Hyenas prey on lion cubs, eat them up. And if that lion cub does not take care of itself, develop itself to become what it's supposed to be, it's over for, roughly. That's what's going on there.
Right on. I like it.
This is where I'm starting off too. Like I've been thinking about
once it blows up, it'll turn into like a whole line.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I've been thinking about like upgrading it or changing it, but
no,
so far I really like it. I like the symmetry too. That's why I like on the t-shirt I put it right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And it's simple but cool.
Yeah. A friend of mine actually produced this logo for me. I went to high school with him. He was one of my juniors. Shout out Etch's Sketches.
Shake that shit.
On Instagram. Appreciate the logo. Where were we?
We were talking about biomechanics, actually.
Yeah. Biomechanics wasn't my strong suit. Again, I told you, like physics and numbers, I didn't like them growing up.
But like, you don't even have to know the exact numbers.
Exactly.
Like maybe if you're in a kines degree right now, obviously you'll have to take that class and whatnot and learn all that stuff. But even then, you can kind of just figure out your own biomechanics by trial and error, which is going to be the biggest thing in the gym, but probably the scariest thing in the gym.
Yeah.
I think that's where most people don't jump in
because
they're scared to fail, which is just like, it's everything in life, right? You're scared to fail, so you don't do it.
Exactly.
But that's...
You got to start somewhere.
How many times
including this podcast, right? Yeah, including this podcast, you got to start somewhere, I see potential in you, in every single one of you. Just embody Sonder. Human anatomy?
Human anatomy. What, we're going to talk about torn ACLs?
No, we don't have to. Torn ACL is like the highest injury among women and girls.
Call me a woman?
I'm just saying. Studies show that women, especially during ovulation, they get actually tendons become more elastic.
This is taking a turn.
No, listen. Their tendons become more elastic because during the ovulation period, or
But why the ACL? Why are they fucking cutting?
All tendons, all tendons.
Okay,
It's
okay.
because like hip bones loosen up when theoretically
That
they
adds
might
up.
be giving birth or something like that.
Okay.
So, athletes, female athletes who've torn the ACL have been found out to be primarily going through ovulation during that period.
So I might be fucking pregnant.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Raise some little fucking lion cubs.
Yeah.
It all worked in.
Sonder babies.
It all worked in.
Exactly.
I don't want to say Saunders baby. He's like,
No, no.
yeah, no, we don't have sex that often.
Why would you have to say that out loud?
Because you said Sonder babies. It
Why do you
seems
say
like
often either? Okay, next topic.
because it's not that often.
Yeah, fuck, man.
So yeah, expanding about what we've learned, talk about biomechanics and shit.
Yeah,
You weren't good with that, but you've kind of learned.
yeah,
If you look at your whole like athletic career, working out career,
yeah.
what's the biggest thing you've learned, and what's something new you've learned
Okay.
like recently?
One of the biggest things I've learned through my training and throughout, like, my experience within the health and fitness industry and whatnot is definitely going to be how individual it has to be, realistically. Like, a lot of online trainers and whatnot will give you a cookie cutter program, but in person training or training with a strength and conditioning coach regularly, we get to see exactly how people move, how people feel. I currently work with SCI Action Canada, actually, which is a spinal cord injury lab, as a personal trainer. And although these individuals are all, paraplegic, but living with spinal cord injuries,
Yeah.
everybody's different. Everybody's built different. Although this is a drastic, like, it's very drastic how different these individuals are. It reminds me how us able-bodied humans, or us able-bodied humans also vary in abilities. Like, one kid might be lacking in his calves, for example. Yeah, something like
See
that.
that?
Roughly, you know what I'm trying to say? No? You get me?
Yeah, you're a dick, bro.
No,
But
no.
my calves are alright, bro. You see how I'm propping it up right now? Like,
Yeah,
that
no,
looks good.
Your calves are thick and juicy. I didn't say
That's
you.
what happens when you start chubby.
I didn't say
You start chubby, man. You grow some calves.
That's true, because you have to carry that weight. I was always a skinny boy. Or, I was skinny fat. I was skinny fat.
Yeah, I was just a belly guy.
Yeah,
Carried it in my belly and my thighs.
fair enough. Mine was definitely my ass, my thighs as well.
Yeah, you still got a fat ass, so.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I was actually insecure about my ass as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, it got me fun. I was like, Treasure, why's your ass so fat?
Yeah, people just slapping it.
Yeah.
Your coach, hey, Treasure.
Yeah. Them boys
Yeah.
didn't realize that was where my power came from. That's like, no, for real. The glutes are actually so like important, and my ass has shrunk since I was like, what, 18, 17-ish. But the glutes is definitely where power comes from.
All right, and what was your new thing you've learned? Was that something new you've learned recently? You said you switched up your training program. What's something you've learned new? Something like plyometrics and this type of shit.
yeah. Throughout like training plyometrics, and I've gotten into running as well. The pains, it hurts. Change hurts. The training differently hurts. The first couple of weeks, I realized maybe I was going too hard on the plyometrics and the sprinting. Slowed down, eased up a little bit, but over time, I've developed definitely some tendon strength for sure. This is strength that I've had before too. It's weird because it's like I used to perform in a certain way, and then I stopped, and I was like, yeah, whatever, that's done for, right? But then recently, I'm like, okay, let me try and get this back, build it up a little bit by little bit, and I'm kind of getting a whiff of what I once was, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's exciting. So tendon strength, tendon development, yeah.
Yeah, it's not about muscles.
No. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, you highlighting that part. Yeah, it's
Nervous
not all
system,
about
everything.
Yeah, everything ties in together.
Ooh.
Derek, thank you for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, of course.
What's something new you've learned about yourself, and something new you've learned in general about your training?
Something new? Well, I used to be I still am, I say, but I used to be very intense in the gym. Like, people would come and work out with me, and if they followed my routine, they didn't really usually want to come back, because I don't know, I usually it was failure to everything, always, and then beyond.
That's
It
how
was
it's supposed to
crazy.
be.
But I was very intense. which is great for like muscle growth, time under tension, all that kind of stuff. But when I switched into more of the strength training and power, I've done a lot more like eccentric loading. So that's where like you're doing 3 seconds down and then 1 second like explode up.
Power shit
So
is
like
something,
if you
though.
think like of a bicep curl, your eccentric is your way down. It's when your muscles are stretching instead of contracting. But yeah, so I kind of learned from that is that your workouts don't have to be like determined how good they are based on the intensity and how like not crappy, but how tired you are at the end of it. So kind of going into strength training, it's still very physically demanding, but I'm not coming out of it as gassed, right? Because I'm just using quick power, and I find like I have like a lot more energy afterwards, even though my muscles are still very strained.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people determine how good their workout is by basing it like, oh, like did I sweat a freaking liter of sweat?
Yeah.
Am I shaking afterwards? If you're doing strength training or different types of training, it doesn't have to be like that. But obviously, still good to go to failure. But obviously, failure will look different for each type of training.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I appreciate you sharing that with
Yeah.
us.
And then you said
Yeah,
something
with everybody.
I've learned in life.
Yeah.
Um, Shit, man, I've been in school for a month now, and I still haven't learned that much stuff that's new.
Yeah, shit is kind of coming in slowly right now,
But
but it's midterms in like a month
yeah,
probably, so.
new in life, I don't know. I just say my passion for the gym is just still growing. I used to just be very, like you said, focused on myself in the gym. But like I've learned that my true passion is actually spreading that and helping people. Like the more my clients grow, the more people I actually help and they're actually seeing results.
True.
I'm like, wow, that's actually crazy that my
It's nice.
knowledge
Yeah.
that I just built for no reason.
Yeah,
Because I didn't build
yeah.
my knowledge to be like, oh, I'm gonna make money off of it or I'm gonna like do anything with it.
Yo, can I chime in?
Yeah.
It's actually crazy because throughout like school and whatnot, throughout school and training, I'm surrounded by athletes basically, like you guys. And in our classes, most people are not even athletes. Sorry, people knowledgeable about health and fitness.
I'm thinking like if you have a body, you're an athlete. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what level
Yeah.
you are, but if you have your body, I call you an athlete.
It's some better than others, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like the way we've been surrounded by people educated within health and fitness for the most part. And then as I've started working and like talking to people outside of our community, I realized the lack of knowledge there is about health and fitness and like how all these fitness influencers really dictate the knowledge that's out there. People assume certain things are are Bible. Like you said, you don't have to train till you're gassed every single time. Who's that? Platts? Who was that?
No, Platts was boat training like
Exactly.
that.
That's
He
my
was
point.
like that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. I'm not saying that's bad, but it's definitely not the only way
Depends
to
on
do
what
it.
you're training for. For how he was doing hypertrophy, you kind of got to do that. Like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
tension, more exhaustion. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, being expanding outside of our industry and talking to other people, educating other people, like my clients, for example, it's really interesting the impact that the knowledge we've gained. You don't realize how much we've learned over this time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'd hope so. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, it's been such a slow build because
Yeah.
we've been working out 5-6 years.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, like you don't. It's like I don't know. You're in the circle. Like it doesn't matter what you do if it's gym or not. If you're in that circle, you surround your life with it.
Yeah.
You kind of just assume that's basic knowledge because you know it. The people you hang around is
Yeah.
like know it.
Yeah.
You kind of take one step out of that.
Yeah.
You talk to someone about it. They're like, oh, I didn't know that yet.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
known that. Like I
It's-
thought that was just common
It's
sense.
very interesting. It's kind of cool because like even working out with Muck, sometimes I'll be talking about something or talking about a lift, and he's a business student, so like
But he's still very athletic.
he's still very athletic. But he's still like talking about eccentrics, concentrics, time under tension, and stuff like that. He just goes in there and pumps the weight out, and he pumps out heavy weight too for.
Which still works, but
yes.
I feel like efficiency,
Yeah.
knowing that stuff, or like having like I don't know, like I'm not saying go get a trainer,
Yeah.
but if you really want the most efficiency and
Pick
the
one of
most,
us, yeah.
the highest increase, like to really spike that growth curve,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to grow that knowledge through videos,
Yep.
or to get a trainer to help you.
100%. Tap into
Knowledge.
Sonder Athletics and Training or Dynamis Strength Training, correct?
It's just Dynamis Fitness.
Dynamis Fitness. Okay. Or either or. You could do either or, but at the same time, make sure you are rocking some Sonder Sports gear. You need yourself a pair of shorts. We're actually working on some technical shorts, but
But no, sharing the knowledge has been a huge. I don't know. addition to my life, a positive in my life that I would never expected I was going to do.
Yeah.
Because I, even coming to school, I didn't think I was going to be a kinesiologist and going into strength and conditioning coaching and
Yeah.
maybe physiotherapy or whatever kind of coaching I plan on doing in the future. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to be biochem. And then gym's just a hobby.
Yeah.
But then I built all this knowledge and I was like, wow, sharing this and actually helping other people. I'm like, wow, that's actually crazy that I could do that.
Yeah.
Because I just built it not even on purpose.
Yeah.
But I kind of just grew with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wow, I could spread it.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
And that's the thing about life. You really got to be selfish first in order to be able to help other people. You really have to take care of yourself first.
Selfish is like a light. We're using it lightly. there.
Exactly. You got to take care of
You can still
yourself.
help people all along the way.
Exactly. Take care of yourself, educate yourself, make yourself strong, smart, whatnot, and then boom. Well, yeah, like you said, along the way you can still be a good
Yes.
person, but like at the end of the day, you'll be
It's hard to help other people up
if you're
if
also
you're
down.
like, I don't know, like I'm not sure if this is the best analogy, but yeah, if you're on the same level as someone, you can't really help them up the stairs that well.
Yeah.
As if you're already above the stairs, you can pull them up
There you go.
instead of trying to get underneath them and pushing them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
So
exciting.
if you're a little bit up, it helps to.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a very good point. What are your fitness goals of the future?
Well, personally, on a personal level, I don't know. I want to grow as big, as strong, and as functional and fast as possible. I like to be well rounded, like we were talking about earlier. I just want to be able to do anything my mind wants to do, or anything I see someone do. I'm like, I want to be able to do that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep upping my general fitness.
Yeah.
I say health is a part of that right now a little bit. I'm trying to think about the future and being healthy, but I think in the future I can see that growing to be more of an aspect, working out just to like lower my blood pressure, lower my resting heart rate,
Yeah.
decrease the chance of all these diseases. But right now it's more on the strength and like functional side of the fitness.
Yep. 100%.
Professionally, I'll dive into like maybe professionally. I don't know, my career path, never really been in a huge career, but my plans for career paths has changed a lot. From biochem to I was thinking of being a physiotherapist, which is still on the line potentially. But now my main goal is to get into be a sports trainer, right? For a high level team, you kind of just be a trainer for a team,
Yeah.
strength and conditioning coach for
Which is
pro teams.
very important. Very important.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some teams that lack in strength and conditioning, and the difference that could make for some of these athletes, some of these individuals, is crazy. So as long as you're making that impact, I'm excited for
I think
you.
it's important for our generation to keep going with that, because obviously fitness is blowing up.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that are working and doing that stuff right now, like obviously they're still expanding their minds and going to conferences and learning new stuff.
Yeah.
But we're growing up with that new knowledge, so it might be a little bit more fundamentally implanted in our heads when we get up. So maybe we can offer some new ideas and everything to the field, which
Yeah.
is always what it's looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you?
Me personally, physically, I want to be, as you said, functional. I want to be as athletic, functional as possible. Long term, also, I want to build a body that can withstand the test of time. Of course, my dad is he's early 60s right now. My dad's in his early 60s. He goes on a run every morning, basically every morning. I used to do this with him too. And then I started sleeping in. And yeah, but he gets up at like 6 a.m. He goes on a run before going to work in the morning. And
Respect.
I want to be able to do that with my son one day or some shit like that. Physically, that's my goal. Career-wise, also, coming into university, I was kind of like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go with this? Physiotherapy is something I definitely want to consider heavier in the future. I'm kind of almost wrapping up my degree here, so it's some shit that I have to wrap up quickly. But at the same time, online fitness training, personal training. I prefer in-person stuff, but personal training individuals is something I'm excited to do. Build a business around that, build a brand, Sonder Sports, and hopefully take it over. Become the next who. I want to become the Jay-Z of sports and fitness, you know?
That's crazy. I don't even know how that works,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Jay-Z, yeah.
Because
Appreciate
you
it.
want to be the biggest,
Exactly.
biggest and the best.
Exactly. It's definitely a work in progress, step by step. I'm excited. This is one of the small steps I'm taking towards that. And yeah, that's what we're looking at right now.
Okay, kind of diving into personal training, because I used to be like, I don't know, like I said earlier, I was anti-gym, but that was like when I was like 10 type of stuff, right? 10, 11. And then, I don't know, even when I first started training, I was like, why? Because I never used a personal trainer when I was growing up, but it was kind of nice because at my hometown there's a small gym, and a bunch of old heads went there, and like not even like looking back, they were basically my personal trainers because there's just a whole bunch of them. They saw like this young dumb 15-year-old, 16-year-old in there. Like, yo, do this, do this, do this, try this, try this. So that's how I kind of expanded my knowledge. But so I never really got into like the fitness industry until recently. But so before that,
There's too much going on. There's a lot
yeah,
going
I was
on.
like, why are people paying for this if you can just go to the gym and learn it?
Yeah.
But like also I realized that's not everyone's situation because it happened for me because
Yeah.
there's nice enough people to always tell me what's going on. The
Yeah.
old heads, man, like shout out to you guys. You guys just grew my love for the gym and helped me out so much.
Yeah.
But obviously not everyone has that, so they do need personal trainers.
Yep.
For the longest time, I was like, why are people just, they're scams, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There obviously are out there. A lot of personal trainers just feeding crap online, just getting by with it. Like you can tell it's not their passion.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of fluff out there.
yeah. So what's your
And-
thoughts with like online? Because you said you prefer in person.
Yeah, I really
What's
prefer.
your thoughts?
I'd prefer in person, and a part of the reason why I haven't been pushing my personal training and whatnot as heavily as I could be or as I should be to be successful is because I want to make sure I'm backing it up as good as I can. You know, I want to make sure I'm making the best impact I can before I start really pushing shit out. Like for example, now Sonder Sports is on the ground running. Kind of, I'm able to push it out because I can see this. I can see the merch. I can see the products. I can feel them, and I can verify that this is something I want to put out there to represent me. So in terms of like personal training and online personal training, it's important that people do work like that. But at the end of the day, you have to make sure it is what you're looking for. You have to know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Because if you're out there just looking for anything, you'll run into anything. You'll buy anything. You'll buy any program.
Look around.
Big booty in 6 weeks. I don't know.
I've tried that.
Yeah, have you?
No. But I used to be that kid that would like hold a plank
Exactly.
in my room because some Instagram told
Yeah.
me, and I was like, well, I don't have abs yet.
Yeah, I think it was the summer of like grade 6 or 7 or 7. Yeah, and I wanted a 6-pack over the summer, so I do push-ups every single day. I do 100 push-ups every single day. I didn't see no abs, bro. I was like, where are my abs at? But my chest was doing something else. Grew some double D's there. No complaints though.
But yeah, no, treat your, like, if you are going to get a personal trainer, treat it like a doctor. Like, look around. Like, don't just be like, oh, this personal trainer does this.
Yeah.
Like, look around, because there's some shitty ones out there, and there's some great ones.
Yep.
So, really, like, look around. Like, for that little bit of time it takes you to look around, it'll definitely,
Be worth it.
it'll change how you go to the gym. It'll change your attitude, everything.
Yeah. Make sure you find somebody who's always growing.
Someone you
who's
trust.
Always learning, always growing, always learning, trying to be better than yesterday. And yeah, because the field, science in general is always evolving. There's new techniques. There's new things
New
to
studies,
learn.
everything, yeah.
Daily.
Yeah, and then also know if you want online or in person, because I was always like, what's online? Like, how are you even a personal trainer if you're doing it online?
Yeah.
Because I started in person even before that, and then I went into online. But like, only reason I went
You've
into
had
online.
a personal trainer?
Sorry?
You've had a
No,
personal
I've never.
trainer?
This is me doing the personal training.
Okay.
No, I've never had my own.
Okay.
No, just some old heads. But
I've been considering getting my own personal trainer because I feel like having that accountability is also really good. It's part of it.
if that's something, that's most of the job for personal training.
Exactly. But I've been doing it all right up until this point. So
Yeah.
been debating.
But yeah, no, some people just prefer, they don't want someone in their face while they're working out. They just want the knowledge, and they'll just go do it. Like, they give me a workout, tell me why, and I'll go do it. I don't need you there with me. Some people just work better that way. Because sometimes if you work out with them, they get too nervous. When you feel nervous.
Yeah.
Some people feel nervous when they're in a public gym or even a private gym.
Yeah.
And there's someone's personal training them. Like, oh, I feel like there's a lot of attention on me. Or maybe sometimes, like, clients just talk way too much.
Yeah.
With a trainer.
Yeah.
So sometimes they do need to work out by themselves.
Yeah.
It's knowing on what you like. Try both. See what you like best.
Yeah. I mean, the gym is social. It is supposed to be somewhere, there's a community there. But at the end of the day.
But if it's
you guys
messing with your sets.
Exactly. You're all paying every month for the gym. You're not paying to hang out with people. If you just want to hang out with people, go to the park or something and hang out there with everybody. But I guess it's a good balance. I have to find a good balance.
Yeah. No, you can be social, but you don't have to be the person with their hood up.
Yeah.
Not saying a word to nobody, but.
Yeah. Or it depends on your mood.
Also,
Like,
me personally, I don't like the people that come up and talk to me forever. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
I'm not against them. Like, I still love them.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm like, I've done it lots where I just look at them and I throw my headphones on and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
And I just sit
No,
back down. I'm
man.
like,
I don't know how to properly
I
have a
don't care about
conversation
your meal plans
sometimes.
this week, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be like,
I'm glad you're doing well, but I
exactly.
don't care that you ate
Sometimes
that
I'll be
much
like,
beef today.
I'll be like, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay, bye.
If you see someone in the gym doing like, I don't know, like classic examples deadlifts, and this person's just straight up breaking their back. As personal trainers now, I feel like I immediately do it. But before I used to hesitate or not do it at all.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to feel like, because you're not watching them, but sometimes you see it and you like, they look like a black cat on Halloween, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you want to go help them. Because
Like
that's
what?
how people
Like
train.
what, like?
Black cat on Halloween, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you want to go help them. Because
Like
that's
what?
how people
like
train.
What, like?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're like a little lion cub, man.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on yet.
Fair enough.
Just immediately go do it, because when I work at a gym, like that's what you do. You want to go make sure they're safe. But you don't like people in the gym. They want to make sure no one's really watching them. They don't want to feel like you're watching them. But sometimes you just see it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then as soon as you see it with the glimpse of your eye, you're kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
see if he keeps doing it or not. But me, I go and help him. But I think there's a right way of doing it.
Yeah.
I don't go up to him and be like, yo, you're hurting your back, do this. I
Yeah.
go up to him like, hey, like, if you're trying to get the most out of this lift, if this is what you're training for, if you're trying to do deadlifts and you want to get the most out of it, try this. Lift your chest, stick your ass out, that kind of stuff. Plant your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
But I think there's a right way of doing it. Because even I've had an example back home at my gym. Some guy was doing, I don't know, these weird tricep extensions, which is fine. If you don't know what to do, that's fine. But he was like more of like a shoulder push weird thing. So I kind of went up to him. I was like, this is how you do, I didn't do this. I wasn't like, this is how you do tricep extensions. I went up to him like, are you trying to target your triceps? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, try this modification of this. So then he wasn't just pushing it straight down. He was more isolating his triceps.
Yeah.
But obviously there's people that don't do that.
Yeah.
They just come at you.
That's
or they
fair.
don't do anything at all.
That's
what would
fair.
you do?
That's really good. That's really good. And I feel like we should definitely appreciate trainers or guys like you out there who are willing to help other people out. And not that I don't care about other people, but when I'm in the gym, me personally, I'm thinking about my next lift. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm thinking about I feel this my back, my lower back is a little sore. I gotta be careful, blah blah blah. I'm not as much concerned about what's going on around me. Of course, if it's somebody like right next to me,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, if it's somebody like right next to me or close around me, be like, hey man, or hey miss, this looks a little off. Would you mind, like, would you like a tip? Or like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going out and tweaking every little thing, but if
Yeah.
you're right beside me and I notice something kind of off, I'll do it.
Yeah.
The only time I'll kind of go out of my way is if it looks like it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like if they're doing a bad deadlift or a bag squat,
That's fair. That's fair.
and I'm like, okay, that could actually hurt you.
Yeah.
I should try and help.
Yeah, and maybe it's a bad thing, but I've definitely seen people doing certain exercises incorrectly. Like you said, the tricep extension is one people can mess up all the time. And like rather than like locking in your elbow and extending with just tricep, some people be using their whole arm or something. And me personally, I'm like, okay, maybe that's how they want to do it.
Maybe that's what they're training. right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but-
Maybe that's how they're training
So it's hard to know.
shoulder mobility. So like, it's really good, definitely, to be looking out for other people and helping people out. But then I kind of lock in and make sure, I'm good.
Yeah, but it depends on what. Yeah, exactly. Depends if you're comfortable helping someone
Yeah.
and if you can do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that's how I grew up in the gym. Was people like helping me through
Yeah.
every exercise every time they saw something wrong.
Yeah.
So like I'm pretty comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
But if you're not, don't like. But if you are, I think it is a good benefit. Don't be nervous to help someone out
Yeah.
because it does exactly that. It helps.
I'm
them
not
out.
even nervous, though.
No, I'm not saying you specifically.
Then who you talking about? It's just you and me.
There's some other people out here. There's like we got 2 people watching this.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If either of you guys get nervous,
Yeah.
helping someone in the gym.
If you or you get nervous, just help them out, man. Just like, what?
But no, if you get nervous, don't do it. Don't strain yourself. But
Yeah.
if you are, then go help someone.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's interesting how we went from like the first episode to what it is now. Because the first episode we were just talking about like our emotions and feelings and
We kind of overskimmed everything that we would talk about. It was kind of like a blanket statement.
yeah.
Intro paragraph.
Intro, yeah.
Intro
yeah,
paragraph.
Yeah. And this is kind of getting into the body.
Topic 1.
The body paragraphs. Clothing in the gym. I saw this video on Instagram where two people were discussing girls wearing shorts that were too short, very short, and went deep into their crevice, their posterior crevice, you know, their butt crack.
They bust.
Yeah, and then
That's the backside of the
they
body.
were equating it, saying, oh, it's the same thing as these guys wearing super tiny stringers to the gym. It's disgusting. It's inappropriate. This and that. Both of the two are inappropriate. I like me a nice tank top, something light on my upper body days. And if I'm doing shoulders or something, I like to see my pump too. So I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same.
My opinion is like, I don't give a fuck what you wear to the gym.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable in it, then behave like you're comfortable in it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so like an example would be like girls like, oh, I'm comfortable wearing, like, I don't know, I don't want to say next to nothing, but like say super short shorts and just a sports bra.
Yeah.
If that's what you're comfortable in, go do it.
Go do it.
But then
at
you
the same
have to
time,
be comfortable with
back
it.
it
So
up.
if people
Back it up.
fucking look at you, still be comfortable in your body. Like if that's what you actually feel comfortable in, and now you notice some guy you don't want looking at you, sucks. That guy kind of sucks. Don't be a creep. Glances are okay. Stares are bad. I think that's all right.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe,
I mean,
maybe girls might
you
hate
can
that
look,
I
but
said that.
you can look, but you
A
can't touch.
glance is okay, but stares are bad. I think that's an easy way to say it.
Okay.
And then, so if you notice those, or if you notice some guy staring or even glances, you don't like it, well, then you're obviously not comfortable wearing that. That's not what makes you comfortable.
Yeah.
Because as soon as someone looks at you, you're not comfortable anymore. I think that goes the same with guys. If you're wearing a stringer and your nipple slips out, and someone looks at you because your nipple's out, fucking be comfortable with it.
Yeah. You make your bed, you lay in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wear whatever you want, but like, you actually have to act comfortable in it.
Yeah.
It's not just about comfortable, like, oh, it fits well in my body. Like, no, like, act comfortable.
Yeah. Are you confident in yourself and what you're wearing?
Which sucks, because
Yeah, that's a
you
good way
should
to
be able
look
to
at
act.
it.
You should be able to wear stuff you want without getting like creepy attention or people staring at you and stuff. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
But fucking tough shit.
It happens.
That's the world.
Have you ever?
I think maybe it's getting better with our generation. Maybe
Have you ever caught yourself looking at a woman
Yes.
dressed
Yes.
provocatively to
Yes.
speak? Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a creep, man.
Bro, I'll be honest. I've done it.
You're a creep. I have
done
never.
it.
I have never in my life.
This is Cap. He's
Because-
at the gym and he's taking photos, bro. His phone's in his pocket like this, just like kind of poking out. He's fucking
I have never. Me personally, bro. I'm a man of God first.
Yeah.
The Most High. So.
No, I've done it, but like it's like I'm not like trying to be a creep, and I don't think I'm creepy. I think I'm a big glancer, but I'm not. I don't stare.
big
If I see
glancer.
something, not a big glancer, but you know, like
I'm
I
a
fucking
big-
see it.
You
I-
said it. You said it. You said it.
Yeah,
I'm a
keep it
big
in.
glancer.
Keep it in. I don't care. But no, I glance, I see you, whatever. But I'm not gonna sit there and linger and stare at you, make you feel weird.
Yeah.
But
that's
girls do
super
the same.
fair.
Like, there's no way they don't see a jacket
That's
they like
true.
and don't just.
But
glance
then,
at it.
as a guy, if I'm looking good and feeling good, and I notice people looking
Different
and
though.
staring,
You can't compare the same.
really,
Guys staring at girls is not the same as girls staring at guys.
I know girls or ladies who are super comfortable in their bodies to the point where they want the attention. You know,
Bro, I don't know.
they're happy.
This is an extreme example, but guys staring at girls is like a hungry wolf staring at a baby, and girls staring at guys is kind of like, I don't know, a baby staring at a cute dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure if that's the best analogy, but like, I don't know, guys staring at girls, it's kind of creepy, man, and weird. Like, they're trying to do, yeah, but then girls staring at guys, obviously some girls still are like that, but it's more like, I don't know, maybe a golden retriever looking at a baby.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, obviously, it's like, oh, it's a dope baby. I want to play with it, but like, it's not gonna fucking like tear you apart.
Yeah.
That maybe I shouldn't have said that, but that's most guys, bro. They're hungry wolves out there.
Yeah, no, we are hungry wolves. What can we say?
Well, I said most guys, not me.
Okay.
Like I said, I glance.
I glance. I don't stare. I just glance. Fair enough.
But yeah, let us know what you think about, I don't know, attire, I guess.
Exactly. It's
If-
definitely the sun is going down.
What we said sucks, or
Yeah.
you agree with it.
Maybe we're wrong. At the end of the day, like, we're just out here.
We're not the almighty,
sharing-
bro. We don't
Exactly.
fucking know.
We're sharing our opinion. We have a little community over here of everybody. We really appreciate you guys being with us and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, to the podcast, like and subscribe. Follow Derek on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. We appreciate you tuning in, sitting here and watching us speak for the last few minutes here or so. Take care of yourself.
Thanks for tuning in.
And body Sonder.
Embody it, bitch.
Have a good night.